Hello and welcome to Manga 96, and today we're going to talk about High School DxD. Today's topic will be Rias and what she did in the story. Specifically, I will cover the volumes that the anime didn't cover, starting from volume 11 and going all the way to volume 22, as it is the perfect place to end this video. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning. I will be spoiling a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you go and read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with what Rias did in volume 11. In volume 11, she accompanied Issei, Akeno and Kiba during their middle class promotion test, with Issei asking her out on a date should he pass the test. While Issei and the other two are resting after the test, they are ambushed by Sao and George, who came to steal Office power. The battle ended with the Gremory and Valley team losing to Sao and Office's power stolen. Both teams were then attacked by a legion of Grim Reapers and Siegfried. They eventually overcame the situation by having Issei use Rias's breath to replenish his magic and successfully force their enemy to retreat. At the end of volume 11, while waiting for Issei to return from the crumbling dimension, Rias, like the rest of the Occult Research Club, was surprised that only Issei's evil pieces returned, and was shocked to find out that Issei died. In volume 12, Rias, who was still in shock at Issei's death, locked herself in her room and was not responding to anyone until Saro came and talked some sense into her. She and her peerage later go to the human world to meet with the creator of the evil pieces, Ajak Belzebub, to have him check on Issei's evil pieces, and are surprised to see the Chaos Brigade's Old Saturn faction and Hero faction coming to see Ajak, intending to form an alliance with the latter, which was rejected as Ajak finished off the Old Saturn faction members, leaving Siegfried to the Gremory team. Like the rest of the girls, however, Rias was unable to display her usual strength until Issei's evil pieces glow and convey his feelings to the team, allowing them to regain their determination to fight. After Ajak confirms that Issei's soul is still alive, she and the rest of the Occult Research Club were extremely happy, looking at the news to confirm the current status of the Underworld until hearing that the Sichi group is engaging the Chaos Brigade in the town area as they head out to battle the Chaos Brigade. After Issei returns, Rias inserts back his spawn pieces into his body, kissing him. At the end of the volume, Rias congratulates Issei for passing his middle class promotion test, asking him out on a date as promised before the test. In volume 14, Rias and her peerage meet the director of the Magician Council, Mephistopheles, regarding the pact with the magicians. Rias also mastered a new finishing attack during her training with Akeno. After the negotiation with the Carmelia faction from the vampire side, she was angered by the means of obtaining Gaspar by using the peace negotiation of the three factions to force them to hand over Gaspar or risk allowing the devils to lose trust on their intention of achieving peace. She later decides to leave for Romania with Kiba and Azazel in order to learn more about Gaspar's ability. In volume 15, she, accompanied by Kiba, were staying at the house of Vladi until a vampire from the house of Vladi asked them to meet the current leader of the Tepesh faction, Valery Tepesh, much to the surprise of the two. In volume 16, Rias, along with Kiba, were confined in the Tepesh castle due to the coup d'etat of the anti-government group in the Tepesh faction that are held by the Chaos Brigade in the shadows. She later reunited with the Occult Research Club members after Azazel told the group to come to Romania as they met the new king of Tepesh clan, Valery Tepesh, and the new mayor of the town, Marius Tepesh. Rias and the group were angered by Marius's action, where he doesn't even hide from the fact that he is indeed controlling Valery's emotions and actions. After the meeting, she and the group were shocked at the appearance of Rizwan, Livan, Lucifer, and Lilith. She then saves her, fighting the enhanced vampires and Grenadel along the way, and in doing so used her new move, Extinguishing Star, to injure Grenadel. Rias later teams up with Akeno in defeating the mass-produced evil dragons that were rampaging in the Carmelia castle town. After returning from Romania, Rias participated in the meeting for the formation of DxD. After the meeting, she proclaims that they need to stop Rizwan's violent acts and they need to get stronger in order to do so. In volume 17, Rias was asked by Rusvaisa for permission to have Issei act as her boyfriend due to a lie she told to her grandmother. She and the Occult Research Club went to the Underworld and visited the newly built Auror's Academy, which was eventually attacked by Qliphoth. Rias, Sona and their respective peers team up to defend the school. Later, she and Issei fought against Euclid, who had captured Rusvaisa due to resembling his sister Greifia. They managed to save her and defeat him and have him arrested. In the aftermath, Rias and Issei helped clear the rubble and he asked to talk to her more casually during their private times, which she gladly accepts. Their moment is interrupted by Sona, who jokingly offers to build a memorial for them here. In volume 18, Rias and Issei were watching the Opet Dragon show. After that, she and the rest of the club members went to heaven to discuss the Christmas project that the Alliance is working on with Mikhail. After the meeting, Mikhail informed them about the death of the church official and the presence of evil dragons found at the attacks. She is later seen along with the other girls observing the interdimensional room that Tojo Shido brought for Irina to be able to have sex with Issei without falling, and commented on how revolutionary this room was. After Toji Shido was attacked by Masumi Yageki, the one responsible for the deaths of the church officials, Rias and the Occult Research Club meet up with Zekran Bell, who revealed to them that he ordered, with the permission of the church, the death of the exorcist Masumi and the high-class devil Claire Beleli for being in a romantic relationship in order to maintain the status quo that both sides did not want to disturb. She and the other club members help defend heaven with the assistance of Cao Cao, much to their surprise from Qliphoth's sudden assault. He then proceeds to help Rias fight against Ladon, where they manage to trap him inside a hole that was made by Cao Cao, allowing her to use her extinguishing star of destruction, thus allowing her to defeat Ladon. Koneko then proceeds to seal Ladon's soul inside one of the jewels that she got of Issei's armor in order to prevent his body from being restored by the Holy Grail. In volume 19, she went to Kyoto along with the other club members for the New Year's Day, where she and Issei meets up with Kuno and her mother Yasaka, who greet their arrival. She tells Issei about a previous discussion with Yasaka about Kuno attending middle school at Ko Academy in the coming year. The two then head to the top of the shrine to meet up with their friends who are giving their prayers while noticing Zenobia suddenly kissing Issei. A few days later, at night in the Hyodo residence underground pool, Rias and Issei show the members of their club, Wally's team, Dulio, Sister Griselda, Tobio, and the others their new technique too. She then requests Issei to rub sun lotion on her back, which catches the attention of most of the other girls who also want to take turns in him rubbing lotion on them, with Travel sorting out a schedule. The next day, while the gang is going out, they are visited by Vasco Strada, one of the people leading a rebellion against the church. He gives Rias a challenge announcing a battle between them and the rebels in 3 days. Later on, Tanin paid a visit to the Hyodo residence, asking for their assistance in looking after an egg of a rare species of spectral dragon, and is surprised to see that Chrome Crouch is the one delivering the egg. It's revealed that he is currently under Tanin's care. On the day of the battle against the church rebels, they gain assistance from the C3 group and the Brave Saints. They split into 2 teams to defeat the rebel leaders, Vasco Strada and Ewald Kristald, with Rias leading the team to battle against Vasco. The battle against Vasco proves to be difficult, as none of them are able to hit him, even with Kiba, Irina and Arthur joining in. That is, until Xenovia was able to beat him with both Durandal and Excalibur. They were about to arrest Vasco until he was attacked by Walburga's sudden ambush. She planned on taking everyone out with her army of evil dragons. However, the dragons are soon immobilized by Rosweiss's barrier and her escape was cut off by Tobio. Rias and her team go against Walburga, who activate her balance breaker containing half of the soul of Yamato no Orochi. Everyone gave it their all against it until it was destroyed by Zenovia's new Crossed Crisis technique and Issei's finishing her off with his Crimson Blaster, resulting in her defeat and arrest. She and the others later heard the tragic news of Ravel having gone missing along with Riser and Deezer during the rating games. In volume 20, everyone is depressed over the disappearance of Ravel, including Riser and Diehauser. They believe that Clipot is responsible, with suspicion of the champion also being involved. After bathing with Asya, Rias and her notice Issei's mother looking at a photo album. She tells them the story about Issei's childhood, like the last time Issei went fishing with his father. She then says while her son is perverted and stupid, he is still an honest person and entrusts him onto both of them. When they heard Ravel was under Ajak's care, the DxD members arrived at a different dimension resembling a nightmare beach with two moons, where they spot Ajak next to Ravel, who is in a bed, barely conscious, and assures them that Riser was sent home safely by the Slashdog team. Ajak then explains to them about his secret creation from the general public known as the King Piece, and how some top-ranked rating game contestants have been using them, which was proposed by the higher-ups in the Underworld. A revelation that shocked everyone present. He then explains that while also having one in possession, Dihauser he only ever used his own strength, but reveals that the champion involvement in stealing Agares in order to pursue the truth of everything, another shocking truth revealed to everyone. Soon Ajak receives a startling call and tells them to return home as office is being attacked by an evil dragon. Back at the Hyodo residence, Rias' group arrives to see Office unconscious on her bed and brutally injured from protecting the dragon egg from Ninhorg, who has also kidnapped Issei's parents. Just when Kuroka and Lefei arrive from the rest of the Valley team, they bring them info about the location of Agares, the hideout of Clipot's base. Later on, DxD prepares to strike back as they teleport to Agares, with the Gremory team being the main force. Rias' group make their way through Agares. When they come across Ninhor, everyone begin their attack on him with full force, with Issei and Rias using their new technique that equips Rias with her own variation of the scale mail armor, Crimson Extinguishing Dragnur. However, all their efforts are useless as Ninhor recovers from the attacks using several vials of the Phoenix Tears, which is until Chrome Crotch appears and brutally beats him. Rias tells Issei to move forward along with Asya to find his parents. In Volume 21, a week after Trahexa was unleashed upon the world, Rias, along with the others and Issei's parents, await his recovery in a hospital in the Underworld. When he wakes up, they're surprised to learn that due to the effects of using DxD mode, he's unable to see, talk, or even think about breath, as it will cause him pain otherwise. Sometime later, when he is able to move again, both Rias and Akeno warn him to not push himself too hard. Their group headed to an island on the coastal waters of Japan, where they join up with an army of different races from various factions to battle Clipot's army of evil dragons, fake scale males, and one of the bodies of the imperial beast led by Apopis, who are one of the route on their location. With Issei's assistance, Rias activates her Crimson Extinct Dragnur armor and fought alongside everyone. At the end of the war, after Caesar, his spirit, and some of the other mythology's leaders sealed Trahexa along with themselves, Rias is seen next to Sona, who are both expressed their sadness and disappointment at their older siblings for leaving them so suddenly. In Volume 22, she catches Akeno's attempt to have sex with Issei, who joins them because not wanting to be left out. They were interrupted by the arrival of Ravel and the church trio, with Ravel giving the news to Rias about the rating game world tournament. After that, Rias kisses Issei's cheek and leaves with Akeno to find out more about the tournament. On their next weekend off, she, along with everyone from the Occult Research Club, Wally's team and Issei's parents went on a fishing trip on an inhabited island owned by someone related to them. She and Akeno assist Issei's mother, carrying the food and setting up the parasol on the beach. After Issei had officially been promoted into a high-class devil, Rias had traded Asya and Zenobia into his peerage. On the day of her graduation, Rias goes together with Issei and Akeno to Ko Academy, holding his arm while they walk. In the ceremony, she shed tears after Kiba, Koneko and Gasper started to call her variations of Nesan, which she happily tiptoed at the sound of. She then requested for Roswaisa to be also transferred, while she was initially baffled by this. She hugged and assured her that she believes that Roswaisa will be able to release all of her potential the most by serving under Issei, while in turn he will need her strength and support, which she accepts as the two shed tears. She then gets proposed by Issei, which she tearfully accepts, and the two became officially engaged. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Rias' role in the story. And that'll be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.